Hi everyone, and welcome back to the London Watch Collector channel. If you've just tuned in to my channel, I'm a watch collector, a watch enthusiast. I'm basically addicted to watches. And on my channel, I'll be sharing my passion for watches using 4K content. I'll be discussing and showing you brilliant timepieces ranging from Seiko to Patek Philippe. So guys, if you enjoy my reviews, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure to click on the notification bell and follow me on Instagram. So guys, as you can see from the title, this is the watch that had different opinions, but mostly negative. And it took me a while to decide whether to pull the trigger or not. Honestly, during the photos, when it was first released, it appealed to me quite a lot. I went in and checked it out the first time, but I was a bit reluctant. A couple weeks down the line, exactly on the 1st of July 2020, I went in and I pulled the trigger on this watch. And the only way to explain it to you guys is using a metaphor. And the metaphor that I decided to choose is, we all know the French dogs, or as they call them, the pugs. They are not the best looking dogs out there, but you just can't help but love them. And this watch is like a pug. It looks odd due to the lugs, due to the size, but once you see it in real life, you actually fall in love. And that's what happened with this watch. The Tudor P01 grew on me. I had to go back and forth a couple of times. And this is what watch collecting is all about. It's all about different tastes, etc. So anyway guys, this is going to be a full review of the Tudor P01. And as always, I'll be giving you the full unboxing experience. So starting with the box, as you can see, the sleeve for the outer box. I'll cover all the documents, which is quite similar to the unboxing of the Black Bay 58 blue dial that I did a couple of weeks ago. So I won't bore you too much with them, but basically you have a catalog for a diver's watch explaining to you how to set the date and time. This watch has a date complication and the guarantee card, which is the old type, because as you guys know, the Tudor guarantee cards have been upgraded. And there you go guys, that's the watch. So the reference number of this watch is an M701 50-0001. It has a case diameter of 42mm made out of stainless steel and has a brushed or satin finish. As you can see from the dial, it has a 200-meter waterproofness or 660 feet, and the bezel, which is a very strange feature, nothing like we've seen out there, which to me attracted me the most to this watch. It's basically a 60-notch 12-hour graduated bidirectional rotating bezel with a stop system for the bidirectional rotating bezel via a mobile end link at 12 o'clock. The dial is a black dial. It has a domed sapphire crystal and it has a date at the 3 o'clock. The crown is positioned at 4 o'clock, which reminded me of the Seiko XKX that I have. And a nice thing about the dial that I really enjoy, that it has this vintage look, or as they call it as patina, which is basically a bit of off-white brownish, giving you a vintage worn out look. The movement is the famous MT5612. It's a self-winding mechanical movement with a bidirectional rotor system. It has a 70-hour power reserve, the bracelet, which is a leather and a rubber strap with a folding clasp and safety catch, entirely satin finished. So a little more about the Black Bay P01 and what it's actually all about. So this watch is actually based on a legendary prototype that was developed in the late 1960s, and it was proposed to the US Navy. And for some reason, this watch never actually went into production. But in 2019, Tudor decided to make this a production model, but I heard some news here and there saying that it might be a low run, so this watch might get discontinued, but that's only speculations. But just like the other Black Bay line, the P01 has the same characteristics known as the snowflake, which appeared in the brand back in 1969. And Tudor watches have been doing dive watches for the last 60 years, and I feel this was an important release because it defines a proper tool watch. Even the looks of it, the bulkiness of it, the way the lugs are actually broad and in your face, it's a piece of history. So the most visible feature to this watch that will catch your eye is the hinged end-link system, which was exactly like the original prototype, which was patented in 1968. Why was this locking mechanism done? It's basically for accidental movement of the bezel. The US Navy going through tough environments, I guess they wanted something so reliable the Navy can actually use it. And there you go guys, that's the loom shot. It has a high legible loom. So the weight of the watch is 153 grams, and I would say that's on the heavy side. Not to forget, it's actually on a leather/rubber strap, and I think that's the reason why Tudor decided to opt out on the bracelet, because it'll probably be over 220 grams, which is quite heavy on a wrist. And of course, guys, no watch review is complete without a wrist shot. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Would you add this watch to your collection or not? I'm definitely happy with it. It sits perfectly in the collection and it definitely stands out and it's definitely a conversation starter. I hope you enjoyed this review. That's all for this week. Thank you for watching.